It is Saturday and it is a good day. So far, so good, I guess. I have not seen any pictures of my baby shower, and I don't know how my friend is doing after her funeral. But I hope that everyone is able to get what they need out of the day. I just instructed my grandson to go out and get the mail because I didn't want to go outside. It's hot out. It's nice out. It's sunny. It's after 2 o'clock. It's almost 3 o'clock. Didn't realize the day was going by so quickly. I am doing nothing but looking online for different things and checking out my what's this thing called? YouTube videos. Anyway, I want to say something really quickly. Excuse me, I'm not doing this over. You all know that. I was talking with my second daughter regarding my grands. They're wild and they're babies, 4 and 7. So they need to run around. And all the people who are with them are accustomed to not going outside. In New York, before I left, I don't know how long I've been working there. But maybe because we were in the projects, we left New York from the Gowanus houses. And that is a housing project. Yes, immigrants. It was a housing project. The projects. In the hood. No, it wasn't the hood because across the street were brownstones and my daughter used to get upset about that. I got accepted. Okay, let me tell you how bougie I applied for them. Bougily. I didn't want to be bothered. I got an application some years before. It said working people's housing, something like that. It was for working people. So they wanted to get people in. So I did an application and I gave one to my friend/cousin. He did his application and got in 1, 2, 3. Now he applied for. He's from the projects. I'm not from the projects. I'm not of the projects. That's not my what's the word? That's not my ministry. I'm not of the projects. Anyway, he got in. I did the application and did I get a response? Oh, did I take a year to respond? I sent it to them. They responded to me. I think I took a year to send back the information. I didn't want to do the project. Oh my goodness, I'm too bougie for my liking. Anyway, I didn't want to do the projects, so they got back to me. But this is what happened was, because it took so long and it seemed like I had an attitude, or I was too bougie, was bougetto about regarding the projects. They took a while to get back to me, and they wanted to put me in East New York houses. At the time, a coworker was there. East New York houses is notorious for maybe gangs and drugs. Now that's the hood. It's in East New York, and it was really remote. You either had to have a car or very strong legs, because it was like 8 blocks from the train station. 8 actual blocks. Not New York City blocks, but 8 actual blocks from the train station, something like that. Because I went there to check it out, and then I don't even know what happened. For some reason, maybe they knew. They said, this girl ain't gonna make it. These little kittens ain't gonna make it in the PJs. So they said, no, you're not going to East New York, change into another choice. Now, the one that I wanted was a place that was so far remote. It's really far, and I hated that place. But it was really far away. It was off the Rockaway Parkway. All the way down Rockaway Park, and I can't remember the name of the exact park. So my friend got accepted, but I don't think she ever took the apartment. She was trying to get there and let her brother stay or somebody. But she never, because it's far away. It's all the way, nobody's there. So you wouldn't think that anything happens there, because it's really far from those are Avenue blocks from New York. In Canarsie, going from the L train, going along Rockaway Parkway, those avenues are long. Those are long blocks. And it was like 8 of those long blocks. Because at the end of the bus route is where the B-42 takes you past this housing project. I forgot the name of it. I think it's started with an S. It's not Canarsie, because that section is... No, I just told my daughter it's not Canarsie, it's East New York. No, it is not part of Canarsie, because down the block is Canarsie. But Starrett City is in East New York. It's not Canarsie. Anywho, didn't get into that one. They told me to come make another choice. So then there were two downtown Brooklyn that I saw. One was Gowanus, and I don't know why I can't recall the other one. The other one only had like 3 buildings, and that's why I used to go vote. I didn't want to go to that one because I think that one is probably, now at my place they said that people used to be thrown off the roof from Gowanus. I don't know if it was the same for over there. And I don't know why I can't remember the name of these. Am I really a New Yorker? I can't remember the name of the projects, but I didn't get there. So, boom, was able to change it. Got to Gowanus, and Gowanus was on the F. I was like, how many? It's really one literal block. You come through the projects. You would say it's 2 blocks from the train station. It's 2 blocks from the train station. The F at Bergen Street, right there. So I was able to get into, and at that point, was that? Yes, at that point, I think I still, were we? No, we left. The drive, we left from 370 J Street to 2 Broadway, because I could have just taken the F, the one stop, or I could have just walked to work. Yeah, we were out of 370 for a while. Well, I got into the PJs. Anyway, I say all that to talk about how kids are raised today. Came out the projects, and it wasn't a bad, we didn't have any issues because we're not project people. Project people are not really down to earth. They're just rough. They're rougher than most. And they're not bad people. It's just that this is how you gotta look. They're trying to get around the other people who are there. The people who are unsavory. I didn't encounter unsavory people. I only talked to one person. That was the guy next to me. I don't want to say his name, but that's the only person that I knew. I knew the other people on my floor, but I didn't like them for various reasons. They were dumb. I did like this guy and his mother, but then they moved, and Puerto Ricans got there with some dogs. Then there was this lady who was nice, and for some reason, I think she was being bullied. She got out, and somebody else moved in with dogs. Then this Puerto Rican guy around the corner who let his dog pee in the elevator, across the elevator. Was everybody was a dog person? Oh my gosh! Anyway, I didn't have any dogs. I didn't have any cats here either. I had a cat in another place. Anyway, we were talking about these 2 little babies and how they need to get something done to hone in on their energy. So they should do chores. Now, the 2 big ones had chores. They did them when they felt like it. And the mother was trying to bribe them to get payment to do the chores. Apparently, they didn't want money because they didn't do their chores. So I was trying to make a correlation. Children today, if they do not have chores, are they less organized and more prone to nonsense when they get out into the road with the rest of the people? I don't know. That's something you guys have to think about, because I don't know what these 2 big ones do when they're out with their friends. Because they haven't done chores. They're not doing anything. It's just ridiculous. We got to beg them to clean up a bill that they made. And it's ridiculous. So is it all children? Is this... I've had lots of children. And my kids did chores. So... Now, when we were in the projects, we didn't do chores. Because all I was doing was working. Yeah, working, and that's it. And okay, I'm gonna stop telling lies. So I was hanging out with my friends and eating out and having a grand old time. I did do things with my children, but it apparently wasn't enough. I did more with these people, my coworkers, than the kids. Now sometimes the coworkers and the kids were together because that's how I am. I am a kumbaya type person. I might have to stop that. Anyway, children need rules, discipline. We all know that. Even when we get lax, we still got to try and do something. I'm not saying that these kids are going to go out and become school shooters. Hopefully they will not. But yeah, they need to do something with them. Now they're very creative because they find little, what are these things? I'm not into technology, so I don't care what they're called. Find little things online where they can create stuff, and they make stuff, and they make some outrageous stuff, but it's cute. Their brains work. And they don't know anything about the family. I need a man. We need men. I need a man. My daughter needs a man. She doesn't want one. I need one, and I want one. They need to have male discipline. Not male discipline. They have to have an influence of a man to teach them other stuff. We teach them one. The other stuff is lacking. And the big brother's working, and he doesn't pay attention. There's a lot going on. I need assistance. Universe, I have spoken. Please hear my cry. On that note, I'm going to go. I got some bills to pay, so because I keep forgetting to do that. So let me do that now. I'll talk with you guys soon. Thanks for listening.